Hold on. No.
Did I read that right?
Yeah. And this is the reason.
Wait a minute. You just said, hold on. Did I read that right?
I said that. Can I explain why?
I wish you would.
I told you I was a little selfish-centered. I figured that...
My wife Jamie's a nightmare bride. We were supposed to have a low-key Vegas wedding. Nothing went simple.
I am a nightmare bride.
There were only 6 people invited to our wedding. Jamie made me uninvite my friends because she wanted me to spend all my time with her.
I told Mike that if he didn't stop inviting his friends, that he would be marrying himself.
I didn't have any friends or family at the wedding except for my best man, Tim.
From the time I landed in Vegas, it was one issue after another with Jamie. Some people have referred to Jamie as Bridezilla, but I'm thinking more Queen Kong.
For my wedding day, I really wanted the Hummer limo.
Jamie's spoiled.
We wound up in a 9-person limo, not a Hummer.
If this was my bride, she'd be taking a Volkswagen to the wedding.
I wanted to have a custom-made veil with butterflies. Mike felt that I was not special enough to have a special veil made. We had planned to get married at a gazebo in Las Vegas. I found a great gazebo. Little did I know that there was a dumpster beside of the gazebo. I canceled it. This is the chapel where we got married. Having our wedding here cost us $500. Mike did not want to pay the $500, so my father paid the difference. For my bridal shower, I had invited 30 people. 8 people showed up. I was very angry. I sent emails to everyone and said, we are no longer friends. Mike had wanted to get me a 1/4 carat diamond ring. I wanted a princess cut 1 carat. I got the ring that I wanted. I did not want Mike to go to his bachelor party because it was at a show called Bite. It looked like a porn show.
Jamie said if you go to that show, we're not getting married.
They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, nothing happened in Vegas.
For my wedding day, I wanted my eyes to be really blue, so I had purchased sapphire contacts. My eyes were swollen and my contacts would not go in my eyes. I could not see Mike's hand, so I put the ring on the wrong hand.
Jamie spent all our money on the wedding, so we couldn't afford a honeymoon. In total, our simple wedding ended up costing us over $6,000.
I feel like that Mike is holding a huge grudge against me.
I want Jamie to apologize.
Okay, so what's up with all of this? What do you think after kind of watching a recap? Those are all the things that you told us and agreed that that's what happened.
I wanted a perfect wedding. I had a vision. I wanted everything to be right, but he's cheap.
You canceled his bachelor party? You said you just can't go? You're not going to have one?
It was a porn show. Would you have went?
It was a Vegas show, and
First
her dad
off, it's
invited.
not a porn show. I mean, that's just wrong.
Topless.
That's just wrong. It's not a porn show, but are you his mother or his bride?
I just felt that that wasn't a way to start off a marriage.
Now answer my question. Are you his mother or his bride?
His bride.
Because you didn't sit down and negotiate with him. You didn't talk about it. You said, if you do that, we're not getting married. This is best man. You were the only friend of his allowed at the wedding, right?
I'm special.
Okay, you made him uninvite his friends. Why?
He wanted a simple wedding. I was trying to keep the guest list small.
Okay, have you ever seen this show before?
Yes, I'm in trouble.
Okay, well, let me ask the question again then, because you know I'm not going to buy that. You made him uninvite his friends except for Tim. What was your thinking there?
I felt like that we don't get a lot of time together at home. And so I felt like in Vegas, if we had a bunch of friends there, I only had my stepsister and my family. I felt like if we had a bunch of people there, we would not get any time together.
And I had to pay my own way out there, and I get out there, and the things they say were going to happen didn't happen. And one of them was a bachelor party, which I'm not married, so I was all about that. I was down with that, you know. But and then she put the ixnay
Before the wedding.
I spent $615 on the Louis Vuitton purse, $200 on makeup, $400 on clothes, $100 for shoes.
She took money out of our joint account so she can purchase these items. She misled me on the money she was spending.
When we got back from Vegas, we only had $1.66 in the bank account.
When I asked Jamie where she got the purse, she told me her mom had gotten it for her wedding gift.
I lied.
Well, we're talking today with people who admit to just being a nightmare when it comes to their wedding day. Now, Mike and Jamie have been married for a few weeks, but Mike can't seem to get past Jamie's bad bride behavior. It seems to kind of be washing over. Why is that?
Well, I feel like you should start a marriage with honesty, and I felt like she misled me when she told her mother bought the purse for her. She could have been up front with me, you know.
Yeah. Is that one of the things that's on your I will apologize
I will
for
apologize for that.
Okay.
But no one was starving. The bills were paid.
You know, I got a real problem with this because even the things where you just say you blatantly lied and drew the joint account down to $1.67. When did you discover that, by the way?
Oh, I tried to get a blade for the lawnmower, and I was embarrassed at the store. So when I go back to question Jamie, because she handles finances, that's when she had to come clean about.
So you were going to get a blade for the lawnmower,
Right.
and
Well, we had a separate account set for the wedding and the honeymoon. I said, well, I'll just go get a blade for the lawnmower. You take money out of that account. Well, there's no money there. Like, we're still going on the honeymoon here in a few weeks. There's no money to go on the honeymoon.
it's gone.
Gone.
Okay, and you say, well, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but nobody was starving. So you're not really sorry about that, are you?
I do feel bad that I drained the account and it wasn't the right thing to do. But I did pay the bills first.
Hold on. See, that's where I'm having the problem. I feel bad that I drained the account and lied to him about it. That's where a period goes. But you insert a but and continue the thought. So go ahead. What's the but?
I paid all the bills first. Like, I did take care of that first. And then I purchased the things to take to Vegas because I wanted to look nice and have nice things in there. Yeah, not good.
Well, no, I mean, be serious. Are you kidding me?
I did want nice things to take to Vegas, and I didn't think
We
that
all
he
want
would-
nice things, but we
didn't
don't
think
go
that he would
drain
get
the
so
account
mad.
so he can't even buy a lawnmower blade.
I didn't even know about the honeymoon. That's another thing.
That was a surprise.
I did not even know about it.
That was going to be a surprise.
So the money that was left in the account, I assumed we didn't spend it on the wedding. The bills were paid. That's extra money. I knew nothing about the honeymoon. He doesn't voice his opinion. That's the problem. He doesn't tell me what is what or what we can do because there's no communication.
So it's his fault.
No, it is me. I'm very demanding. I'm not anymore. That was just for the wedding. that was a different side of me. Not anymore.
Can I voice my opinion? Because I want a refund.
You want a refund for what?
For going. I mean, there's false advertising. We're gonna have a guys' night out, you know, and it was tame. This isn't pornography. I mean, there might be some toplessness, but we're guys. What are we gonna do?
It was bad. I watched video clips in the casino.
Well, I didn't get anything
It
you
wasn't
said I was
just
gonna get.
Vegas-y topless dancers having a show. It was not like that.
Now, Mike wants his wife, Jamie, to apologize before the end of the year so his wife can be a tax write-off.
My fiance Richard is a bride's biggest nightmare.
I admit that I am a nightmare groom, but Nastasia is definitely a nightmare bride.
My thing is money.
And my thing is, this is our wedding.
Nastasia wanted to get married in July. I didn't feel like I wanted to wait that long. I wanted it before January 1st because I wanted her as a tax write-off.
Originally, I wanted to get married in North Carolina, where I grew up.
I told her that if we don't do it here, I'm not going to get married at all.
I'm thinking of our future. You're thinking about one day.
That one day is the first day of our future. I wanted a limousine to take us away. We're taking his piece of crap Camaro.
I can plan the wedding for nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I truly believe we could plan the whole wedding for less than $500.
I wanted to hire a professional photographer to take my bridal pictures.
I can have a friend take his digital camera and take all the pictures we need.
I wanted a dress that cost $498.
Her mother can sew, she can make her one.
I wanted to get a DJ.
I can pay a friend of mine $10. He can play all the CDs that we want.
You've got the cheapest place possible.
She has gotten a mansion that costs $600 for 4 hours.
I wanted to have a caterer for the wedding.
She could get her family and friends to cook whatever we need. Nastasia wants to hire expensive florist. I don't see the sense.
So I'm gonna get flowers from the supermarket and make my own bouquet.
Not that I'm cheap or a tightwad, it's just I don't want to be in debt. My idea of a budget is get everything free first, and then we'll spend a little for things we have to have.
My parents are helping me pay for it, and he really isn't spending the money.
It's just a day, and I'm more worried about the rest of our life.
It's getting to the point where if I feel like this, then the wedding's not going to happen.
Now, what is it that you find charming about Richard and his approach to this whole thing? What just sweeps you off your feet here?
Nothing about the approach to the wedding, but he's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Aside from the disagreements we've had about the wedding.
Yeah. What's your theory here? Because, I mean, everything that, I mean, the audience gasped like a half a dozen times. These were things you said.
Well, yeah, yes, and I feel bad. When I look at it now, and especially after looking at that,
Yeah, well, the camera doesn't lie.
Well, no, and I understand that, and I felt bad, and looking at that, I don't understand why she would want to marry me, to be honest. But the whole, but my whole view is I was not in debt before this started, and I'm happy as hell. Well, why go in debt for that day? We have the rest of our life to,
We're not going in debt for that day, though. I'm paying for the majority of the wedding. My parents are helping me. We're putting some things on his credit card, and I will be paying his credit card off the first week of December with money that's coming into me that's not obligated.
And obligation, we're together, we've made a commitment. Any money you spend is money we're spending.
Well, if it's we, then how come you're making all the decisions? What's a fair question? That's a fair question. You say, well, because you said it isn't costing me anything. This is all coming from me and my side, and anything that we do put on a credit card, I'm going to pay off anyway with other income. And you say, well, no, that's our income. This is we. We are getting married, but yet you're making all the decisions.
I'm a little bit selfish, a little, controlling. I admit that. And when we first met, I'm kind of hard to, deal with, but she could stand up to me, and we were working on things. But
I have pause. I take pause in this because, I put through the things that you had to say. You told Anastasia, marry me by the end of the year or not at all. You said we're going to get married where you want to get married or you're not going to do it. You said if you go on birth control, the wedding is off.
Oh, hold on. No. All right.
Did I read that right?
Yeah. And this is the reason.
Wait a minute. You just said, hold on. Did I read that right?
I said that. Can I explain why?
I wish you would.
I told you I was a little selfish-centered. I figured that if she got on birth control, it would add weight to her, and hold on, and you kind of mess her up emotionally.
Did you tell her that you're smarter because you're older?
I have more experiences about certain things. It comes with age. And no, I'm not smarter. Yes, I'm smarter about certain things like finances. I'm much smarter. But like in general, she's probably smarter than me.
Did you tell her that she's weak for not standing up to you?
Yes.
Did you tell her that you would kick her out if she didn't let you check her email and phone records?
In the beginning, yes. I have some things I need to work on.
Now, Richard is a demanding groom, and his fiancée, Nastasia, is concerned that she may be making a mistake by marrying him. Now, at the break, you said under your breath to her, boy, this show is all about me, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, haven't you kind of made it about you because you've made the wedding all about you? Because the way I look at this is I think you believe that what you're saying and doing is the right, correct, and responsible thing,